Today on Let's Talk Battle Rap, shout outs to my man Program V. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it into the studio today. He had some family situations to take care of, and much blessings to him. Family first always in battle rap. But today in the studio, I have a guest that I've been going back and forth with trying to get him on the show for a few months, and it's been a witch hunt, but I finally got him. And it's crazy because we're from the same borough.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the Boogie Down Bronx.
BX in the building.
Oh, you know him from Queen of the Ring, but I know him from way back from Grind Season. I know him from Debo DVDs. Debo, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad to be on this show, man. Real rap.
I'm a kid from the Bronx. Well, I was born in DR, but I grew up in the Bronx.
Okay.
And I'm by university in Tremont. And you're by where? Gun Hill, Soundview?
No. I'm by Katona, Ave area. Most of my life I spend on Finley Ave. That's close to college, right next to Tella, Clay Ave.
I went to middle school by Katona, 11 bus and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. Katona Park was terrible back in the days. Oh my God.
Yeah. I moved over there probably 13 years ago when it's more civilized now. But, before I moved there, it was crazy.
You familiar with University in Tremont?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
You know the library?
Yeah, I know the library.
Oh, yeah. We all know the library.
Yeah.
You're not from the Bronx if you don't know that. That library was terrible. Isn't it ironic?
Yeah.
You couldn't go to a library.
That was crazy.
You really tough to think about it. I'm so glad it's gotten better. But
yep. I know the library.
Yeah, man. Going back to the roots, man. So when I started looking up battle rap for the Bronx, and I came across Grind Season, and I came across Debo DVDs.
Debo DVDs or Grind Season DVDs?
No, because you had it was part of Grind Season, but whenever you did the interviews, it had the little cut. And it was Debo DVDs, I think.
Wow. Shit, you remember things. I can curse on here. Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
You remember things better than I do because I don't.
Is it too bold for me to say? You don't knowledge the God. Is it too bold for me to say you were doing kind of what Knowledge was doing prior to him even being around, or prior to technology was even in the scene? You were interviewing clips and other rappers.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was doing what a lot of people are doing now 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Salute to everybody that's doing it now, all the media, bloggers and stuff like that. But I've been doing that since I first got with Vague.
Yeah.
And that was 8-9 years ago. So, yeah, I was interviewing. I was, I was damn near being everything from the cameraman to the CEO to the editor, the director, all that shit,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Along with my man Vague and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I just knew how to work the technical part of it. So that was just me and shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say I invented that shit because, Smack DVD been doing that way before I've been doing it. But I've done it before it got, on the YouTube status. And what they're doing now, I pretty much did.
A lot of your videos used to be on World Star. I remember that. And the one that caught the most views was your Clips interview when he responded to Averb, because this is before Clips battled again.
Yo, how do you know this, brother?
Oh, I grew up watching all this, man.
Wow. Okay.
Man.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here. I like it so far. I like the interview so far.
I'm a young cat, though.
I feel you.
I'm a young cat.
Yeah. I interviewed Clips, man. It was hard to get Clips, man.
You interviewed Clips in 2010 before he even battled Verb again. But when he was with Dipset, he didn't want to battle.
Yeah.
So you was one of the first guys to break the exclusive. How do you feel about Verb calling you out? And Verb coming off the Math battle and the Miles battle.
I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. You got a good eye for that, man.
Yeah.
I was like I said, it was hard to get Clips, man, but I finally got him, man. I interviewed him right on the corner.
He was promoting the Scooby Snacks.
Yeah. I interviewed him. I think it was on either 135th or 140th on Lennox and whatnot. But yeah, I finally got him, and I started asking him the hard questions and shit. And he was like, "Yo, man, this is dope." That was right before the Averb and battle and all that. Before Summer Madness.
Before Gnome.
Before Gnome. Yeah, man.
When events were still free.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to get in the events when I was young. I had a fake ID. I couldn't get in.
Wow.
But I used to stand in the lines and just chop it up with people. And then when I get to the front, they're like, yo, this is no good. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, damn, come on, let me rock.
Man, you'd probably been around me around that time. I'd have got you in or something, man.
Yeah, man. I really want to know a little bit about your story and history with Grind Season and how that eventually transitioned into Queen of the Ring. Because I remember it was King of the Ring.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, the first main event was Fox 5 and Nemo, right? Or Neno, that's his name.
Yes.
That was the first card, and that was the first main event.
Wow. that's history that I've even forgot myself.
Wow.
That's history, yo. That's dope. Well, how I first started, a friend of mine, a friend of the family, took me to a battle event. He was battling, actually. My man Rated R. You know what I'm saying? He was my brother.
Yeah, I know Rated R.
He was my brother's, you know what I'm saying, my little brother Manchild's one of his best friends and whatnot. He used
Still
to rap.
around?
Yeah, they used to rap again. Oh, he raps together. I don't know if Rated's, Rated's still around, but I don't know if he's rapping. But yeah. So I went to an event, and it happened to be, a Grind Season / King of the Ring event. And that's when I first met Vague. And that was 9 years ago. And I like what I saw. A lot of people don't know that. Fun fact: a lot of people don't know I'm a music producer. Like, I make beats and shit. I'm an actual producer.
You know a lot about the industry too.
Yeah, I know a lot about the industry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know I used to be a rap artist back in the day as well. So, yeah, that was way back then. But so transitioning from the music industry to this, I seen it as a fresh start, and it was real. It really got me, because before I even met Vague, what got me intrigued to want to even go to one of these events was I was watching a lot of Grind Time battles. So I was watching a lot of Grind Time battles. I liked what I saw. I was very entertained. So I was like, yo, this is dope, man. What is this? Like the new wave. I mean, I knew battles existed and stuff that, but I wasn't as in tune.
It wasn't modernized yet.
Right. I wasn't as in tune or really into it, because I was so into the music and stuff like that. So I thought battle rap was like a, little entertainment, thing, hobby that
nobody had the vision that it was going to be what it is now back then. Nobody knew. Right.
So, I watched a lot of Grind Time battles, like I said, and I've met Vague through that King of the Ring event, and that was when everything was starting to flourish and pop, man. That was when I call that the golden age, because there was battles before that, and after, in the present of what we're doing now. But around the time I came around, like the stuff I was seeing was pretty much I was coming along into the golden era, meaning that smack was starting to flourish.
There was no smack. People forget that. There was no smack.
I mean, excuse me. Yeah, the URL. Yeah, the URL started to come up.
Yeah.
Like, there was like a year. There was like probably close to a year before I got, started coming around. So they was still fresh. You know what I'm saying? Then you had Grind Time. Then you had King of the Ring. Then you had Block City. Then you had Street Status. Then you had a couple of
What was the name of the one? I think it was in the Bronx. DNA battle. I think it was called Spitter Go Home. And they were like in a hallway, and damn, I forgot the name of that league, but they used to battle in the Bronx too. Spitter Go Home, I think, and the logo was always at the corner.
Right.
Damn, I'll remember in a little bit. But then we also had Blue Collar.
Got you. Blue Collar. Oh man, my man. Yeah, man, Hollywood.
And you used to be in there. I remember you was there.
That's my man. That's my man. He's legendary, because he had Joe. I was gonna say Joe. Joe, not Joe Sex. What the hell? My man Joe. I'm at a
Joe Light.
Joe Light. Excuse me, because I know so many Joes with last names and stuff. My man
I
Joe
was like
Light.
thinking about Trey Side Joe.
Bang your hat.
Bang
your hat.
Oh man.
Right. So yeah, man, and my man Fox 5, like you said, and
I was always mad those guys never got to URL.
Yeah, man. I was kind of upset, because they was from the X and whatnot. Those are my peoples and whatnot. So
not to sidetrack off your story, but mentioning the Bronx and battle rap, are you disappointed that our borough has never had pure greatness in battle rap as a whole?
You can't really say that. You go
down the list, it's just like
listen, man. At least we got somebody that's prominent in goods.
Yeah, we have goods for sure, but you have so many names that are so talented, and they just never broke through.
Right.
AR-16, Meyer Lansky, Fox 5, Joe Light, Sledge,
Jay
Parks.
Yeah.
Born. He was promising.
Right.
Whole bunch of guys.
Right.
Rich Dollars
yeah.
had the best resume at the time.
My man Rich Dollars. Yeah. But I mean, we at least got to see him. You understand what I'm saying? At least we got to see him. And if you're a true fan, then you're cool with that.
The pinnacle of it was off camera, because then you had Streets and UMP back in the day. And they used to run shit.
My man Streets, Yeah.
Streets and Shells, they cousins. I don't know they're real cousins. They claim they're cousins.
Right.
But
yeah, shout out to Shells too. Yeah. Nah, the Bronx had some waves, man. We had a wave.
It wasn't there for us to see. So like nobody Bronx this, Bronx that. So like now it's like.
Right. I mean, yo, listen.
We're holding on to a memory scrapbook that's not there.
Listen, at least we could say we started the birth of hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So if we could have any accolade to claim, we have the best accolade.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, yeah.
But going back to your grind season days too.
Yes, sir.
So you were there getting a lot of the interviews, and I want to know the transition from King of the Ring to then Queen of the Ring.
Okay. Well, let me hit you with this. You know, me and Vague just started King of the Ring because we became partners, and that's when I was hyped, man. I was into everything. I was like, I wanted to learn, be a sponge of battle rap. So, you know, I had to go to a lot of battle rap events and stuff and see what was going on. Watch a lot of videos. Other than just grind time, I watched, you know, URL. Well, you know, like I said, just started within a year, King of the Dot, and, you know, a host of others. So, me and Vague, man, we just pushed forward to do what we do, man. Our first event together was at Mimosas, man. That was on Castle Hill, excuse me. Yeah, it was a Mimosas. It was a lounge and whatnot. So, I was skeptical, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I did everything I could get to get the spot. I finally got the spot, and I was like, yeah, I got the spot, but I don't know. I hope we could pack this shit. It won't just be like 10 people here. Vague said, yo, man, this spot's going to get packed. Trust me. I was like, all right, we'll see. And then come time to we packed that joint like in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Packed. Yo, we had to turn people away. Like literally.
Damn.
My man, Fred the Godson came through.
You turned him away?
Yeah, I had to turn him away, man. He came with a representative.
You don't turn down Fred the Godson? What?
He came with Sean Perez too, I think, man.
What?
I had to turn him away. Yo, listen, I did everything to try to get him in. I said, yo, I told the people at the spot, yo, two more. They say, nah, man, we can't, man. The fire marshal shut us down.
Wow.
That's how packed it was from the stage to the door in the front. We couldn't let nobody else in.
It's crazy.
So, you know what I'm saying? I seen promise in this. I was like, yeah, this is where I want to be at. This is what it is. This is what it is. We got something here. So, you know, just being a proud owner of a battle league that, you know, that's where you know, just started and shit. And we're going to transition to Queen of the Ring. King of the Ring was the you know, the dad of the house. You understand what I'm saying?
Gritty.
Of what we was doing.
It was gritty.
It was leading everything.
I felt like King of the Ring was like a lot of the guys, like they battled out in grind time. They're like, this isn't for us. And then they took it over to King of the Ring, and that's what
because we some street dudes.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Me and Vague was some street dudes. And shit.
Parks, Bourne, Myers, SB, they all battled on grind time, and they just wasn't.
My man
they weren't happy there.
Right. Right, because you know what? No disrespect to grind time, but it's just the feel of it. You know, everybody got a different platform and a different stage to perform on. So, you know, if you're comfortable at one spot, then you want to stay there. So, you know, the cats that came to King of the Ring, they was just familiar with me and Vague because we were from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pretty much knew who we were and stuff. And we had a street essence to us that people gravitated towards. Yeah. We was like the closest thing you could probably get to URL or something like that. And also being that we had close ties with URL, so that
you guys used to do a radio show too in the morning.
Yo, listen, wow, friends, yo, my man.
I grew up on this, man. Like, and this was like, see, like for me, right, real quick, like I love hip hop, and when I'll even show you a photo. When I first got into hip hop, was during the early 2000s of like diss records and beefs and the Jay-Z's and Nas and Jadakiss and Beans and Dipset and D-Block and the mixtapes Banks and look, I loved all that shit.
Yes, sir.
And then I could go back to the early 90s and I loved it too. But my favorite part of hip hop always was the lyrical competition of things, where like seeing two MCs just like put that shit to the test.
Yes, sir.
So I used to give my computer viruses to download these DVDs with LimeWire and Aries and all these shits. And when I was 11, I'll show you a photo. When I was 11, my father took me to meet this guy, which is Hove, for the people that can't see. And I've just been inspired since. And this is a year after Nas.
Which one is you right here?
That's my pops.
Oh, it's your pops? Right, what's your pops? Right here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's a year after Jay-Z and Nas take over in Ether. So I'm just like, I love this shit. And I would just search everywhere, DVDs, YouTube, videos, this and that, websites.
Being a sponge.
I remember 18 Bars DVD. Remember 18 Bars?
18 Bars. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was a big boom for everybody to just go out and hustle and win, man. Because, like I said, when me and Vague was around, when we first started, it was still the DVD era. That was still flourishing.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, Smack was still doing this thing. Like you said, 18 Bars. It was a couple of DVDs I was out there getting crazy. But, transitioning to Queen of the Ring. Like I said, King of the Ring was like the dad of the house. So we would make cards and sneak in a female battle. Because I said, yo, you know what? Let's just do a female joint. You know what I'm saying? And see how it go and shit like that. Because I wanted to do something different.
Who was the first female? Was it E-hart and I think it was Lady Trees?
It was 2 battles we did. So we could say that they're the first. It was Lady Trees versus
Lady Trees. Yeah,
Lady Trees versus E-hart.
And God, that was bad.
It's bad for Lady Trees, huh?
Right.
Shout out to Lady Trees, man. She a legend out here.
And the second one?
Yeah, and the second one was Duchess versus Flo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's how it started because, Flo was around us as far as, she was an artist, a female artist. And when, me and Vague decided to do Queen of the Ring, I have an extensive background also because I used to manage 1 or 2 people, but the people I used to manage, they were mostly females. And shit. So I love female hip hop, period. So that's one of the reasons why I sparked Queen of the Ring, because I came from an extensive female hip hop background and shit like that, from managing to producing and stuff like that. That's what I really used to, because I had this thing to whereas I don't want to get too deep, but I've been raised.
You can go wherever you want to go. I don't mind.
I've been raised by my moms, my aunt, and my grandmother. My pops was like seldom around. So I used to see how they used to struggle to make their ends meet and do what they do and shit. And I was like, man, if they had an opportunity, what I'm saying, they'll be good money and shit like that. So when I came, to do Queen of the Ring, I said, yo, we just gonna give these females opportunity and shit, because we don't see no opportunities for the African American sister, the Latina sister, and stuff like that. So we just decided to, do that. So once we did that, man, Vague and his wife got the talent, and I brung the cameras, and we just made it a go. And shout out to my man Jay at US Fitteds. He gave us a venue to do it in. And that was our first event for a female battle.
In the Fitted Store, remember? In
the Fitted Store, right? Fordham Road. So
I was in Fordham.
Yeah, it was on Fordham Road.
Nice.
Fordham Road. So that was our first event for the female joint. And open door thing to all the fans and shit. And a lot of people, they came out in droves, man. I was like, oh shit, okay.
That's dope. That's really dope.
And the battles, we found some stars, man. The battles was dope and whatnot, man. E-hart became our lyrical giant, you know what I'm saying? And Duchess became, like the like, how would I call it? Like
Pioneer?
Sex symbol.
Sex symbol.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know? And, Flo became that spitter. Lady Trees became that memorable, you know what I'm saying? And the drop, popping the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all had a purpose.
Yeah.
I can't denounce any one of them. All 4 had a purpose, and they made history, because I know how much it meant to females everywhere to see those 2 battles in one brand. Being labeled as a female entity, not just some dudes and then we sprinkle some females in it. No, there was a standalone brand. We had King of the Ring, but we had a standalone brand and Queen of the Ring. So we used to do, we used to be in conjunction with King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, put them together, you know what I'm saying?
At one point, the Queen just got more popular than the King of the Ring.
And then that's how it started, you know what I'm saying? Because we was at Aaron Davis Boxing Gym, you know what I'm saying? I found Aaron Davis Boxing Gym. Right. Yeah. And so we said, you know what? Let's make it easier if we can, because King of the Ring, it was being harder and harder to book a lot of talent for the dudes and stuff. So we said, you know what? Let's make it easy on ourselves. Let's make half the card female, half the card males. You know what I'm saying? Not intergender, but just half the card as far as females battling females, males battling males. So we did that, and people started gravitating towards the females and stuff like that. And man, no disrespect to King of the Ring. I love what we do with King of the Ring, but they was more there for, like, they was coming for the females more and more. Yeah. And the females that started phasing out the dudes and shit like that, because they was more, I don't know if I could say, there's, it's pretty sure there's more ambitious, more hungry, more driven to be heard and showcase they talent. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, finally, man, the girls get to win. You know, unfortunately, off the course of King of the Ring, but King of the Ring was still there doing what they doing, man. They was still holding it down. And they didn't mind. Those dudes didn't mind. They was like, they understand it. They know what it is. So you know, that's how Queen of the Ring came about.
That's pretty awesome, man. It's like you have the vision a little bit beyond the hip hop side. You just have the vision of females wanting to break the glass ceiling of things. And look where we are now in society, just beyond hip hop. Like they're equal now. The dollar's almost there. The work dollar's almost there, and females almost have more power than males at this point.
Right. And shout out to Vague, because you know he could have said no to me in King of the Ring. He said, "Nah, I don't do my own shit." You know what I'm saying? And you know, you never know if I would have had the idea, you know what I'm saying, for like Queen of the Ring, if he would have said no, I'd have just went right back in my hole and produced and shut the fuck up and made beats or do music, you know what I'm saying? But he let me in, you know what I'm saying? And he barely knew me and shit. He just took a chance on me and whatnot. So
was there a lot of precaution in the beginning of you're trying to set up female battle rap? Was a lot of people like iffy about it, skeptical, nervous?
People as who, the fans, or
I guess like the fans and like I guess your team, whoever wanted to set up in King of the Ring. Were they very like?
Not really, because like I said, man, I'll say shout out to Vague, man, because you know he just gave me the keys to the car to drive.
That's dope.
And you know I just started creating different shit to come up with, editing wise, picking, you know, a lot of the matches and shit like that or whatever, what have you. So, you know, we were both partners 50-50. It was both our brand and shit like that. But he seen the talent in me to know that, you know what I'm saying, yo, that nigga gonna go. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? So there'll be times where he'd be like, whoa, we gotta talk about this one. I don't know, OG, you bugging out with that battle.
Right.
All right, cool. But yeah, man, and like I said, man, I credit Queen of the Ring for both of us. Like, we championed that together. Like, he did his part, I did my part. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as when we first started, people were apprehensive about it, sure.
Yeah.
You know, but not on our team. We was loving it. We was like, yo, let's do it, man. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
There were double standards at the time, right? Where like if male battle rappers got into fights, it just like it's a fight.
Right.
When females did it, it was like an issue almost. I remember you guys had like an ad,
right,
where you guys like talked about like the female movement, I think in Seneca back in like 1848, something like that. And
wow,
and like you use it as a way to kind of like empower the females. I can't remember the name.
That was me. I did that.
That was you.
That was me.
Okay, I can tell that was you.
That out.
I can't remember the name of the movement. I apologize, but I remember it was in New York, and it was a movement for women, and they came together to kind of like empower themselves to have equal rights. And you put it there to empower the females with to know like, yo, we have to do better. And I remember it's because like there was fights at the time, and the fights would like get edited out of footage, obviously. But like for some reason, a female battle rap fight was like more controversial than a male battle rap fight. Well, that double standard isn't. It
is a double standard.
It hurt.
It is a double standard. Yeah. It's just unfortunately it's where the females fight at. You know what I'm saying? If it's away from events, then it wouldn't even probably be seen or heard. But it's at an event where your grandstanding, that's the biggest stage to be seen at, is at an event. So if something goes down, then, you know, obviously people are going to be talking about it. And we're in the videotape world, you know what I'm saying, where people got their cameras and their phones out, they taping every damn thing.
Facts.
So it's like, oh shit, there go them Queen of the Ring girls again, acting out, doing what they do.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it happens, man. It happens.
And it's interesting, man, because then once the league started kind of just to grow, and in those early years, it was so gritty, and like the attendance was really heavy. Like you will always have other battle rap. You have like Dot Mob in there. You have all these guys there, and it really like fueled the energy. Right. What was it like back in the day? The energy of like a Queen of the Ring event, like early 2011, 2012.
It was dope. It was fresh. It was like, you know, it's like a growing monster, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was just like everybody wanted to come around. But I knew why everybody wanted to come around. They wanted to see the girls, you know what I'm saying? Because battle rap has been absent of females
since 2008.
Yeah.
And the last one was Lady Luck and Reese Steele before that.
So this is new to them, especially the male battle rappers. they've never seen females before. Like,
come
what, to an event.
You know what made Queen of the Ring so polarizing? The competitiveness of it, because the few female battle rap that existed prior to Queen of the Ring was so dominant. Like Lady Luck was dominant prior to her Remy Ma stuff and afterwards. Remy Ma wins the match and the rematch. Right. All these matches are like a dominant winner. There's no competitiveness. There's no way of going back and forth. There's no replay value.
Right.
And I think the competition from Queen of the Ring is what made people say, "Oh, I like this girl. I like this girl. Put this girl against this girl."
Right, because we had this is the thing. Female battle rap obviously has been done before Queen of the Ring, but there wasn't no focus on just solely on the females. The males always looked dominant because females used to be in a male league, which was more dominant. They would stand out and look like a novelty, but that's all it looked like. It wasn't taken serious. It was looking like a novelty. Like, okay, smoke break, let the females battle.
Like an opener.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Let them get it off and shit like that or whatever. And not saying that that's the intention, but that's the image and that's how it's going to look. So with Queen of the Ring, you have your own entity. And that's what I've been stressing for a long time. Like, listen, man, when you have your own wave, they have no other choice but to look at y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Now, there's going to be favorites. There's going to be people that people don't like. There's going to be people that's, you know what I'm saying, yo, that one right there is crazy. Yo, she fires. But all in all, they're looking at what? Females battling. Not males, but females.
Were you the biggest advocate for intergender battles?
Oh...
Were you the guy like, oh, these girls could kill these guys? Like,
yeah, I mean, that was my campaign. Yeah. I forgot what year I started campaigning that because I was strictly about the females in the beginning. But
because I know since it didn't happen much on camera for us to see, there was a few, but it didn't happen much. People were like still kind of like, how would this look? How would this look? And I think I could be wrong, but O-Red and Miss Hustle was the first one, right?
Yes.
Now, way prior to that, back in the day, back in like the lost DVD days, I'm gonna ask you were there for this. Maybe you might have been. Were you there for Poison Pen versus Sarah Connor?
No, but I didn't. I did hear about them bugging out. Yes, I did. Fight Club, I think.
Yeah, man.
Fight Club.
I can only imagine what that must have looked like.
Yeah, man. Those off-camera battles is crazy, man. I mean, Fight Club got a lot of footage that they're holding, man. I'm surprised they didn't let that footage out because that's all that footage that International P has is probably so valuable.
Oh my God!
People would love to see it and whatnot, but it's gonna be. It is what it is, man. It's up to your imagination to figure out how them battles went down. You know what I'm saying?
I love the intergender battles, man. And,
right.
And I could. This is a little more recent. It's not so historic, but the Queen of the Ring and Bullpen card. That shit was fire.
Oh, thanks, man. A lot of people like that.
I love that card.
Yeah. Well,
Queen of the Ring low key left winning most of the matches.
Yeah, man. 4-2, John. 4-2. He know that. But
yeah.
Obviously, there was intergender battles before Queen of the Ring. But what I would allude to what we done, which make kind of like a top tier intergender battle because Miss Hustle was on fire. You know what I'm saying? People was definitely digging her, and I said, yo, let me bring in somebody that's dope as far as got some status, but got bars. Like people know when I bring this person, yo, he gonna talk crazy. Facts. And that was O-Red. You know what I'm saying? Because O-Red was on a run too. Because people started like really paying attention to O-Red. So I got him in the nick of time of like the height of his, not the height, because
the beginning of
that run where O-Red was that O-Red. You know what I'm saying? Manana, everybody was digging O-Red. So. The only thing they wasn't digging was the intergender match. They was like, man, O-Red versus Miss Hustle, we don't want to see that, and man. Everybody was hated. Everybody, listen, if you know how many people hated
prior to
wow. hated. Thank you. Prior to hated that matchup, you'll be like, yo, it's crazy. But when I put it out, because people they loved it in the building, but that's in the building. You only got like 300, 400 people in the building. When I put that joint out on YouTube,
they loved it.
They loved it.
They loved it.
They was like, oh, okay. So, when I say that to say, all your ideas are not going to look good on paper. You got to execute them to have people understand where you was coming from when you wrote it down. You understand what I'm saying? So I explained to Hustle how important this was.
Wow.
Because we had a couple of complications and stuff like that. Fun fact, I don't know, it's not so much fun, but Hustle wasn't going to show up.
Oh, she was about to no-show it.
She was about to no-show.
She was going to clean paper the battle.
Well, not like that, because I'm going to tell you why. So, I can make this, verify valid. it wasn't that she wasn't gonna show like she was gonna do bad business, like she wasn't fucking with me, like she was just nervous.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't know how this shit was gonna turn out. This is her first time ever in life battling a dude. So she had me on the phone, Debo, man, I don't know, man. I can't, yo, please, I love you, big homie, but I might not be able to do this one, man, because I was nervous. I'm scared. I was like, yo, man, bring your ass on over here and stop playing and battle this dude. You know what I'm saying? So she mustered up the courage to come out. She took a cab from the Bronx all the way to Brooklyn, came out. That's how once she came through the door, I had a smile on my face. She had a smile on her face. She said, I'm doing this for you. I was like, all right, bet.
Wow.
Let's go. So she was in there. And she got busy, man. She got busy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? She got busy. And that was a milestone for Intergender Battle Rap. Once I did that, everybody wanted to do the Intergender Battle
Oh,
Rap.
yeah.
Every battle rap dude from top tier to mid tier to whatever was, yo, Debo, man.
That opened doors for it.
You got to get me on that Queen of the Ring stage. Yeah. You got to get me on that stage. I was like, man, everybody want to battle on Queen of the Ring now. Not only females, but dudes.
Yeah.
It was crazy with it back then. So, you know, yeah, I was happy with that, man. That was a milestone because, you know, it's not about the money so much, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how, you know, hip-hop, you do it because you love it. So
there's a lot of little things Queen of the Ring open to people kind of like let slide by. Another one is the 2-on-2 Farrah Shuni and Tori hit 1 million views.
Yeah, hit 1 million views. It's on 1.6 right now. No, that's Daylight and 40. It's like 1.2, 1.5.
And this is 2013 before 2-on-2 battles were revived.
Listen, let me tell you, that's the first ever 2-on-2 female battle in history on the globe. The first ever.
I might challenge you on that.
Go ahead.
I think didn't QB and Swave Sever battle somebody?
Female 2-on-2.
Oh, female 2-on-2.
Female 2-on-2. Nobody's ever seen it before in life. Which was another milestone for us, for people to be like, that's when Queen of the Ring was just starting to catch fire. Like, people was like, yo, who are these girls? Because Queen of the Ring, if you want to say that we're not bar heavy, you could at least say we're entertaining.
Oh yeah,
and these girls was entertaining,
and those girls used to market their battles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I want people to understand, because I'm gonna go to. I know somewhere down this interview we're gonna get to, you know, what's going on with Queen of the Ring now. But
I really came more for the backstory of things, to be honest.
I feel you, man. I do appreciate it, man. But I definitely want to say it was a time when we first started Queen of the Ring in 2010. It was a time from then to say 2000. I'm not gonna mark the end, but around that growing, Queen of the Ring had a lot of energy. It had a lot of girls really understanding how important this is to them, how much they want to be a part of the battle rap culture just as much as the guys, how much they reveled in having their own thing.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's really dope. And, you know, what I've liked the most about it is that we had our own stars. We didn't have to rely on anybody else's stars.
You guys definitely created a
people's going to say, oh, whoa, what about what you call for? Listen, QB, Misfit, Gaddis.
Farrah, Shuni.
No. They didn't come from Grind
Time. Oh, you're right. From Grind Time.
QB, Misfit,
Gaddis,
and there's one more. I forgot who it was. QB, Misfit, Gaddis. I forgot who it is. It'll probably come to me. But you know, they came from Grind Time. But you got to understand, that's when the tail end of Grind Time. That's when Grind Time was going out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, that was going out, and those girls would have had no home. I opened my arms to be like, yo, man, come, man, let's do this, man. Let's go. The first one out of all of them I pursued was QB. QB was on fire. She was damn near like, kind of like the blueprint to
the growth is crazy. Like from who she was back then to now.
Right. QB was like the kind of like the blueprint of what I want Queen of the Ring to be. Like, you know, black girl, sassy, big talking, attitude, you know what I'm saying, talking that you know what I'm saying, and she was it, man. I'm a big fan of QB, man. Still to this day, man. She's very dope. You know, we was real tight, you know what I'm saying? She's like a sister to me and shit. But she did, man. She came to Queen of the Ring and put her stamp on this motherfucker, man. QB put her stamp here, man. A lot of girls, man, I don't care what they say. A lot of girls came in this motherfucker, wanted to be like QB, or even wanted to sniff, you know, right next to her and be like, oh, it's QB. I'm next to QB. You know what I'm saying? So She held it down, man. Around that time too, that's when we already had E-hart, Duchess, Norma Bates, Stargirl Lady Red. You know, we had those girls already, and then QB came as the superstar and shit, and just, you know, add to the table, you know, and bring her worth, and we started growing even more from there. You know,
was she the most polarizing?
Like, she was one of the most polarizing. Let me tell you why. Because, you know, QB was like, she was kind of ahead of everybody, knowing she know what she was doing already. She's been here before. You know what I'm saying? All the girls that just started are just getting their feet wet, learning how this battle rap thing is. But QB been here. She's been battling. You understand what I'm saying? And she knows who she is as a battle rapper and shit like that. So, you know, but once she came to Queen of the Ring, man, that just solidified a lot of things as far as us growing and stuff like that, man. And she brought, you know, that QB-ness to the table and shit. She's a legend, man.
Oh, for sure.
She's a legend. And female battle rap, not just Queen of the Ring. You see QB, you better bow down to what the fuck she's did for female battle rap, real rap.
Big contributor for sure. Big contributor. Sir. And when it comes to most polarizing, I thought you would have said official.
Well, I'm talking about who's there
from the beginning, from the roots.
Right, who's there at the time.
Yeah, so from the roots, for sure.
E-hart solidified us as far as like, yo, they're serious.
Yeah.
They ain't these people ain't play. Take them serious. Listen, when E-hart battle dropped with Lady Trees, all I heard was like, who's that girl? Who's E-hart? Yo, who is that? Like the streets, like it's like the locks was coming. Like she was Jada kissing Styles wrapped up in one. I'm dead serious. Every event I go to, yo, who's E-hart? Yo, my man Sway said, yo, who's E-hart? Yo, I gotta holler at her. Yo, she's fire. I gotta let her know how fire she is.
Right.
She's a legend, my nigga. She solidified us as far as look at us, take us serious. We not here, we not playing.
Yeah, I got to definitely had a conversation with E-hart, and I want to ask you from your perspective.
Like my sister too. That is my sister.
What was the impact of like the E-hart and Hustle battle at its time period?
Oh, okay. We want to go there. Let's get it.
And a double question: without tampering, without pulling a Magic Johnson too much, right? Without tampering too much, when do you make the decision of saying, okay, this battle is big enough that it needs to go on a different platform?
Well, at the time, I was just getting to know Hustle. Hustle was like 18 at the time.
Wow, she was that young at the time?
Yeah, when I first knew Hustle. And fun fact, you get this on your show. I don't think I've ever expressed this, but Hustle was supposed to be a part of Queen of the Ring, like a co-host and stuff like that. Because the thing was, whoever beats, it's like kind of like a tournament type of thing. Like whoever gets busy and stuff like that, you might be able to battle Miss Hustle and shit like that.
Wow.
Because Miss Hustle was supposed to come to Queen of the Ring to battle and all that, you know, every now and then. But, you know, there was a monkey wrench put in there somewhere. I don't know about who or what, but it is what it is. I'm not going to speculate or assume.
Right.
But, you know, our relationship, you know, was like up and down and shit. Because, you know, Hustle would put a lot of pressure on her and stuff like that. She was a young kid, so I could understand what she was going through. And she was hot at the time, so she couldn't just do any old thing. And we was just an up-and-coming brand, and we was just proving ourselves. So just her this out of a friendship of her attaching us, you know, her to us was good enough. You know what I'm saying? And for that, I do appreciate Hustle for that. You understand what I'm saying? So to get to that battle, after the event, because Hustle was at the event, actually, the first event, Queen of the Ring at the Fordham Road, the U.S. Fitted. So, she was there. So after the battle, after the event was over, you know, her and E-hart got into like a slight argument, you know, back and forth and shit like that. And Hustle was talking her shit like, yo, man, I'll kill all these bitches out here, man. Y'all ain't touching me. I'm nice. Whatever. And E-hart was like, yo, I don't care who you think you is, man. I'm E-hart. I'm nice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever you want to do, let's do it. I was like, oh, boy. I said, yeah, shit. I've been doing that Queen of the Ring. We ain't doing it nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? My ego had to come in there. But
yeah,
I sat back and I said, yo, Queen of the Ring could get a boost if I can somehow get E-hart and Hustle on URL. Because that's when we're starting a relationship with URL and they're getting to know us and stuff like that. That's when the Beasley and Debo relationship started as well around that time. Because Beasley was trying to find out who the fuck was this guy marketing and promoting and doing all this shit crazy like that.
Right.
And it was me. He thought I was somebody else. He thought it was another Debo. He didn't even know it was me. Because a side note, when I got out of a car with Vague, he's like, yo, so where's Debo? I said, I'm Debo. He said, you ain't Debo. He said, I thought he said, nah, that's me.
That's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
We established a rapport with each other as far as me and Beasley and Smack and Norbs and Chico. And Hustle wanted to take that battle and put it on URL.
Wow. She wanted it.
Yeah, she wanted to take the battle. You know what I'm saying? And I seen it as a promotion for Queen of the Ring. So I said, that's the smart move. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, shout out to Hustle too, man, for taking E-hart. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't have to. You understand what I'm saying? E-hart would just started on camera. You know what I'm saying? E-hart battled before, but on camera she just started. And, Hustle was already in the game and people was knowing her. Like, she freestyled. Like, she didn't never battle before, but
Hustle had a bigger rap buzz, but E-hart had more battle history. So it was interesting. Because E-hart was in the streets battling.
She was in the streets battling, right. But if you say on camera, they're going to say E-hart just started. That's what they're going to want to say. Right. So, shout out for Hustle even want to take the battle. And, E-hart, I told her, I said, yo, man, I got you, Hustle, man, let's get it. She's like, yo, let's go. So me and E-hart knew what this was about. Like, we going in the Lion's Den together. We bringing a team. So we said, yo, let's get it, man. So, leading to the battle, another fun fact, back in those days, URL was the grimiest motherfucking place to be and shit when you wanted, like, listen, when you be in the Voodoo Lounge, everybody had their gun up in there and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had my shit and my bangers, all that shit ready to go. Like, whoever gonna get crazy, gonna get fucking stabbed and shot in there. So out there with my peoples. So we rolled deep, you know what I'm saying? And the Queen of the Ring girls rolled deep because at that time, we was all for one and shit. So E-hart came with Norma Bates, Duchess, QB, Sarah Connor, every battle rapper that was on our stable that you could think of, they all dressed in black. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? They're an army. So, here come Hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? Hustle was real skinny at the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which makes me laugh because, like I said, she was so young. But, they got it shaking, man. They got it shaking. And like I said, fun fact, that battle wasn't going to go down that night because there was almost a fight, in the URL shit. I think if correct me if I'm wrong, that was the same day Hitman and Arsenal battle. Yeah,
in December. Right. December 12th, 2009.
There you go. Cool.
Yes, sir.
I like you, bro. I like you. So yes, it was, Crip niggas came in deep, you know what I'm saying? It was about to be some shit because they was arguing with the I guess the patrons that was there and it was back and forth.
2010.
Right, okay, right. So Beasley was about to shut the event down. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Not shut the event down, excuse me. He put that battle, Hitman. There was
a lot of battles that night.
Yeah, but he put Hitman and Arsenal before two battles, so he can get that footage before something happens. Right.
Smart man.
Right. So I said, oh shit. So once he did that, everybody started filing out. I said, yo, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Niggas is leaving. I said, yo, Beasley, what's up, man? We got this battle. He said, yo, Debo, don't worry. I got it. We're going to do the battle. I got you. I was like, all right, cool. I started bugging and screaming at niggas like, yo, don't go no fucking where. We got a fucking another battle. We got to get this female shit off. So everybody started, you know what I'm saying, looked at me like I was crazy. I said, yeah, get your asses back in this. So everybody just stood still. Right. And, they did the E-hart and Hustle battle and shit. And people was actually surprised like, yo, this battle is crazy. This is fire. Wow. So, the girls did their thing. And I'm glad they got it off because they became cool afterwards because there was a little tension, you know what I'm saying, there. But, every time you finish a battle, there's nothing else to beef about. So, her and Hustle got cool, as far as E-hart and Hustle and shit. And I was proud of both of them. It wasn't like I was rooting one over the other.
You just wanted a classic.
I just wanted a classic to showcase female battle rap could do what it do.
But the distinct, like what we were saying earlier, female battle rap needed classics. They didn't need dominant wins. They didn't need it. They didn't need no killer going out there catching body bags.
Right, because what then all for what? You know what I'm saying? Right. You're only going to look at one individual that's bodying everybody. Exactly. So we needed classics and go back and forth, and that was the battle that was on a high platform that said, "Yo, female battle rap is here. Get used to it. Yeah." This is what's going to go down. So I remember, man, as soon as they dropped that battle, I just got out of jail. Right? So I went to Queens to get my some stuff that, the cops confiscated from me and shit. And I had my phone. Everything is an iPhone, like the first ever iPhone or something. I think, I don't know, but I looked at.
We're not that far back. It's like
that far back.
Yeah, it's like an iPhone 4.
4? Yeah. Okay. iPhone 4. Yeah, probably a 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I had, and I looked, on the URL page, and I seen
the battle.
I said, "Oh shit!" Because I seen the thumbnail, E-hart versus Miss Hustle. I was hyped. I was like, "Oh, yo!" You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I was about to watch it, while I was gonna get my shit, my phone died. I was like, "Fuck!" And then I just got my shit. I dipped back to the Bronx. I looked at that battle 10 fucking times. I kid you not.
I love that battle.
In the beginning, because Beasley did right by us. He's like, E-hart from Queen of the Ring. I was like,
he did a great introduction.
I said, yo, man.
And I'll throw you a fun fact. You might be aware of this. That's the first URL event and battles. Those group of battles from that event that was shot from the stage to the crowd, where you can.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah,
you're right.
Where you can see the MCs and also see the crowd reaction to it.
Wow.
And because of that, I want to ask. I feel like since that event was the beginning change of like the optical view of battles, because the next event, I believe later on, that's when Smack tried to start charging.
Right.
Like for like battles, $199 per battle, $2 per battle, whatever.
Right. Because that's when he started that with Cortez and Marv 1.
Yeah. He started prior, and then he kept trying to like charge for battles after that because they changed the camera view. They got better camera equipment.
I would have stood with that. I would have stood with that theory.
Who would have known that's the theory that's going to work out today, right?
Right.
But as far as when you guys did Queen of the Ring battles, can you talk to me a little bit about the optics as to like why the ring mattered so much and why you needed all these like. You needed this view. You needed the people around them. You needed this person in the middle. Like, did you ever feel like it was awkward? Or do you feel like this is the exact camera view we need?
Well, that was all marketing and trial and error. To stand out from the rest, we said King of the Ring. Yo, Vague, we need a ring. He's like, yo, word. All right, boom. I said, so I do a little boxing, so I know like pretty much a lot of places that gyms in the Bronx and Manhattan and Brooklyn. So I found the Aaron Davis joint. So we said, yo. That's dope because we could separate ourselves and separate ourselves from all the other platforms and separate the crowd from us so they won't be all on our backs when we're filming and stuff like that. So I had the performers and the cameramen and Vague and Babs in the in the ring. Everybody else was circling around the ring. So it was a good 360 angle and shit like that. You can see even from the back. You can still see because we're on a higher platform and whatnot. So
the crowd had no problem seeing the battles. Like
the crowd had no problem being. And when the Aaron Davis joint, our platform was kind of low, but you can still kind of see because it was an inch high, and you can still see the heads and stuff like that. People was tuned in, man. They what was the question? I'm sorry, the second part.
So as far as the camera view, like you felt like that
camera view, got you. Camera view. Shout out to the first person that we ever messed with. It was Mateo. He had a real sharp, I think 5D or something like that camera. Like whatever camera he had, that motherfucker was sharp. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him because he first started filming our joints and stuff like that. So he pretty much helped start the angle that, you know what I'm saying, that we do as of right now and stuff. Because, he was like, yo, we could do this right, put it right here and do this right there. I was like, yo, dope. All right, cool. So after, Mateo went on to do other things and stuff like that, we said, yo, we need a cameraman and shit. So I got a cat by the name of Brad Butter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know Brad Butter.
Brad Butter, and
he from the last event.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, and my man Proper, you know what I'm saying, which is rich, but we call him Proper, and he used to be a battle rapper for King of the Ring, but he started doing the filming stuff. So, I said, yo, I seen the potential in him. I said, yo, let's go, let's do what we do, and I put them together, and my man Tadon and shit say, yo, man, call them the shooters and shit, man. They always got their cameras like guns and shit. Call them the shooters. I was like, all right, yo, they said bet. So they became the shooters. And from here on out, they did all our events. And they just enthusiasm, man, and ambition. They just, every time they shot a battle and shit, they learned different ways to shoot it or the better camera or this angle or that angle. So I really, to be honest with you, with them camera angles, I really have nothing to do with that. Those are the shooters.
But it made such a big impact for how you view the battles.
Yeah.
And then when you click the YouTube video, it's nothing like hearing that bell.
Right.
And then it gets you excited. And then you see the optical view of it. And that's what made it what it was always.
You know what it was? Because you know what? A lot of times you see battle rap, a lot of things are cut off. You see the box, you probably only see the chest, head, you know what I'm saying, from the chest up. You don't see the action. and the crowd actually participating in the action, because usually they're on the stage, so the crowd is behind the camera.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So they don't see the crowd. What we did is actually include the crowd within the footage, so you can see the crowd's faces, reaction, everybody's movement and stuff like that. And we use a wide angle lens, so you can see pretty much what the girls' bodies are wearing, what the girls are wearing, their bodies, their heads, their outfits. Because females is about an image thing, you know what I'm saying? So some girls come with fire outfits, some girls come with some crazy ass outfits, some girls come with. Some girls come looking like they just got out of bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just the gist of it. I mean,
it forced them to perform.
Right. And it forced them to perform because there's nobody on them. There's nobody behind them, in front of them. They have to perform in that ring. That ring is lateral. It's you know what I'm saying?
Like a bar heavy rapper could get away with just a stage or a pit.
Right.
But the girls have no choice but to learn to make movements with their raps.
Right.
Because of all that space. It would look awkward if you didn't move.
It was like a play.
Yeah.
It was like a play. Yeah. And you know, they got in tune with that because they started to understand. Even when I was telling them, I say, yo, you gotta move around. You gotta perform these bars and stuff like that. And they got it. And it was like, okay, boom. So with trial and error, they kind of learned off each other's movements on what he's doing, because they'll see somebody's battle. Oh, I like what she's doing. I'm going to try that. You know what I'm saying? They see somebody and they improve on that, and they do this, they a little bit this, a little bit of that. So, yeah, man, you know, like I said, man, females are the cornerstone of everything, man. Who wouldn't want to be around some females and stuff like that? So, that's I said, the energy that we provided made battle rap turn their ear towards us to be like, yo.
Big facts.
We need to, you know what I'm saying, get in on this and see what's going on. Because everybody want to get in on something that's relevant or something that look like it's happening.
Right.
And stuff like that. And also, you know, shout out to all the battle rappers, these male battle rappers that came around, because once they seen them in the footage, like the Sue Surfs, Rex, K-Shine, DNA, Charlie Clips.
It made for the environment.
The environment was like a place to come to. Like, I'm coming there because all the battle rap dudes is there. I'm coming there too. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty much, man, that's what it is as far as that, man. That's how it made us grow.
I pay attention to so many little details, and that's why, like, a lot of those things stood out to me, and that's why, like, maybe there was a high ratio of girls that were talented, lyrical, but just didn't have the it factor. Right. And then the handful of girls that were really electric to watch, there's a handful that were polarizing, that were aggressive, and just brought their energy. A lot of those battles are they're close matches. They're debatables. You just see that, you just watch the body language of what's going on, and it's an art form in itself. Right. Just because of the environment you guys provided. Right. And we're definitely coming close to the end, and I want to put you on the spot. And you don't have to answer, because I know you might be like, my answer's reserved.
No, I'm going to answer, man.
But I would love to know I would love to tell you my top 5 female battle rappers.
Yes, sir.
I would love to hear yours.
Okay.
Let me tell you mine. So my top 5. And feel free to have any discrepancies. I would love to debate. Okay. My number 1's E-hart. Okay. Just for being, I think, in my opinion, the gatekeeper, an opener, a pioneer. Yeah, early days, she didn't have the footage, but she was in the streets. Right. And every single female battle rapper, even brand new ones today, they just look up to her and just respect her off rip. Like, if she walks in the room, her presence is felt.
Of course. I can't do this without E-hart.
Yeah, so E-hart's my number 1.
That's my sister.
I have official as number 2. I think she was the most polarizing of all time.
When you say polarizing, explain.
Okay, so she came in really young.
Okay.
And when she came in, she actually battled a guy first back in 2012 out in New Orleans. And she battled a few more guys, Automatic Ray. And then when she came to Queen of the Ring, it took about 3 battles till she created a classic. Right. And then from
that classic was C3, right?
Yeah, was C3. And then by 2015, which is her debut, March 2013, in 2 years, she was already on Gnome and Summer Madness the same year. Right. 2015 was the peak of her year, and then she did the Snoop Dogg League, a whole bunch of things. Right. And as crazy as she's so young. Right. So she started with me when she was like 19. It's crazy how young she was.
19. Yeah, I remember she did a 21-hour drive from New Orleans.
Wow.
To New York.
I did an episode tributing her retirement because she said she retired, and we talked about her career and all her highlights, and it's incredible. And honestly, for me, the thing that tops her off is just the upset with Jazz. Right. That was an upset.
Yeah, people loved that battle.
That was an upset.
They couldn't believe it.
They couldn't believe it.
They couldn't believe it because Jazz was coming off that great performance. Yeah. With
from 40
bars. Yeah, she was coming off that great performance from 40 bars, and people just seen that they thought she was gonna just cakewalk through official.
And Jazz has been on that big stage already. She did Summer Madness 2 years prior, so it's like she has more experience in official. Right. She just came off a body. She battles once a year.
But
the upset happens.
Let me tell you something.
Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. That's what happened.
Let me tell you something. I knew Official had a fighting chance because her character, you know what I'm saying? She's very, like, aggressive.
Yeah.
And she's like, she got them bars that'll make a dude stand up.
Facts.
So I knew URL was going to be a place that was going to accept her.
Big facts.
You understand what I'm saying? It just still happens that, you know, where that jazz hypnotism on the fans work that night. And, you know.
It did for a round.
Listen, yeah, but once that Bust Your Cherry shit came out.
The battle was lost there. People think you can't lose battles in the first round. You can lose battles in the first round,
boy,
people.
Smack lost his chicken McNuggets.
He dropped his mic.
Yeah, he dropped. Yo, I was like, yo, this is gonna be a crazy battle between these two, man.
My number 3 is 40 bars. I think she's one of the hardest working.
Yeah,
and she went
and the highest viewed in the nation.
Oh, we were talking about Grind Time. She was also on Grind Time.
She battled. Also, that's the one. That was
she battled Gatman out in Boston Grind Time. Right. The footage got lost. They recovered it, and the footage is out there somewhere, but terrible audio.
There you go.
So she's been there too. Mm-hmm. My number 4 is Jazz. If people think I have her ranked really low, I think I have her ranked right where I need to be because she only has 9 battles compared to these girls that have 20 plus.
Got you.
And my number 5 can definitely be interchangeable, but just for me, the grit and the lyricism between it, I have C3 as my 5th. You can argue QB, you can argue Misfit, you can argue Miss Hustle, go anywhere with it, but that's my 5.
Right.
I'd love to hear yours.
I never saw a 5 in my life, man. I always avoid this question.
I know you do.
I won't say in order.
No order then.
Okay.
Yeah.
E-hart 40. Official. Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about in between
any
Shayna and QB.
Ooh.
Shayna QB. Misfit. I'll
close it off with this, right? Since so you're not gonna put them in any order, and I understand that because at the end of the day, you're the man behind it all. I would love to hear what's one of your favorite moments from a female in a battle where it's like, yo, they rose above their expectations, they fought through adversity, and they performed and they gave a stellar performance. I know there's tons.
QB versus Miss Hustle.
Wow,
that was a milestone for me because that battle was supposed to be on URL.
Oh, wow.
Right. And I had to kind of fight to get that battle. I wasn't trying to take the battle per se because there was a time where I just want to leave it alone because I ain't want no bad blood between us and URL and shit like that. So I just left it alone. But Miss Hustle called me one day and said, yo, Debo, I want to do this battle on your platform. I said, oh, shit, how I'm going to handle this. Made a call to Beasley and them. Beasley's like, yo, Debo, man, don't worry, man. You know, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Let that thing happen. I'll be there. And, you know, we going to hold it down.
Right.
I said, yo, man, I appreciate that. So, you know, I did get permission and shit. It wasn't like a stolen battle, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to URL for even giving us that energy because I'm pretty sure they understood the importance of what that battle would do on this platform as far as Queen of the Ring. And,
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody wanted to see that battle because
they really wanted QB because they put it on later on against.
Right. Yeah, because that was the thing. It was a kind of like a changeable. It was kind of an agreement to whereas Miss Hustle and QB will come in Queen of the Ring and Jazz and QB will go to URL.
QB was always in the mix of early URL events. I don't know if you went to the Hollow and Big T battle. If you were there, were you?
Hollow and Big T.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't there.
Okay, well, QB was there, and she spit a cipher afterwards, and people roll around with the cameras, and then she was always in the mix.
Right.
So that's why probably URL really seen something in QB, and they wanted her on her platform.
Well, that's because it's. I'm not saying this to be funny because it's not.
Right.
There was a very shortage of females to do anything
at the time.
Battle, yeah, okay. But if there was a slew of females to do anything, still QB would have been that person to be, yo, let's get her. You know what I'm saying? Because she just stands out. You know what I'm saying? She's it. When it comes to battle rap, she gets busy. So with that battle, as far as QB and Hustle, man, it was just a lot to get it to that particular stage because they had genuine dislike for each other, QB and Hustle. And it played out on social media. It played out in those trailers. It played out everywhere. It played out the day of the event.
Wow.
Because Hustle came in there wilding because QB said something to him about something on social media, and both of them went at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to pick Hustle, and take outside. Like, yo, man, you gotta chill, man. Like, this is the event. You fucked this up. Y'all ain't battling. Like, we gonna have to shut this shit down.
The body language in Hustle's first round, she looked like she just didn't want to rap.
Right. So, you know, I calmed her down and got her to the ring, in the ring. And, you know, they got busy. And Hustle's voice was hoarse because she'd been like barking and cussing up a storm all night and shit like that all day before the event. So, you know, her voice was fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Which I kind of like, it's kind of dope because it sticks out, you know what I'm saying? You're memorable of it. You know, it wasn't like it fucked up the battle. Hustle was still Hustle. She was dope. You know what I'm saying? So, you got 2 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you know, that's pretty much it, man. And the battle was just fire, period. You know what I'm saying? And that was a milestone for me because I knew we was here to stay.
That was one of them. That was one of them.
That was one of them.
Let the people know if you got anything coming up, Debo. I would love to hear of any events, any artists you have coming up, anything you have in the works.
I'll tell you this. I don't want to necessarily say what's coming up, but I will say this. A lot of people are saying Queen of the Ring is on the downcline, is dead, whatever. Let's call it what it is. That's the word. That's the talk on the street. But I can dig it because we haven't been doing nothing for a long time as far as throwing events and everything. You know, been a couple of fortunate events, you know what I'm saying, on my part as far as me, you know, fracturing my knee and stuff like that. And I've been chilling for a minute. But I'm back. So all that talk is going to cease because we're going to do a couple of events and you're going to see us coming back. Our subscribers are still growing. Our views are still growing.
Facts.
And we still Queen of the Ring, #1 female brand in the game. So just give us a chance to rock out. We got some new girls that's dope, and we're gonna bring some of the old vets back to the ring.
Don't Flop came back. I don't see why you guys can't make the bounce back neither.
Oh, salute to them, man.
Anybody can bounce back in this game. It just takes one event.
Right, it takes one event. Exactly, and that's all as I said. It takes one event. But we got something up our sleeves. You'll see it.
Yo, we gotta have you here for part 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my partners with me and whatnot, man.
Yeah, we're gonna set it up, man.
No doubt. Shout out to Babs, man, because, you know, Babs is, you know, I spoke about me and Vegan, but, you know, Babs, 11 months in, you know what I'm saying, Babs called me and said, I want to be down. I mean, you better get me in there. Shit. I was like, I bet you a partner. So, you know, we made her a partner, and she's been making classics with us ever since.
Oh, we gotta get the Babs story next. That's for
no
sure.
doubt. No doubt. Word. Yo, man, I appreciate it being on your platform, man. This is actually dope, man. I really do like this shit.
I appreciate you coming, man. We're gonna make it happen, man.
Salute, friend.
Salute, brother.
My man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.